Okay, so good morning everybody, and great to be here. And big thanks to Shani, our director this morning, all the way from Sri Lanka. And big shout out to all the Sri Lankans who are watching this program. I think that's really good. And it's partly because Shani is the producer and director and the floor manager and everything else. But it is good to be opening up into new territory. So, okay, this morning is from the presses, and we're talking about a book called To Jerusalem, which is on its way out of Campus Press actually. It could have gone out of Go Press, but we're taking it out of Campus Press because in its own way it is an academic book. It's a collection of essays. To Jerusalem, a story of a journey of friends to Jerusalem from Oxford, and it's a sort of one of those journeys that's talked about. And I was the one driving the car and organising it, and so I became the person talked about, I guess, by others, and then a year or so, 18 months ago or so, I started writing about it myself. Made just a few notes to begin with, and then I had some really good photos, thanks to Carol Ann, and basically we had a short story, I suppose, which was based on fact, so it's not creative at all. And there is a lot of academic work in it, I guess, in terms of the language, because it's in English and in Māori, and paragraph by paragraph, that style. And with that, the rest of the book is in that style as well, a paragraph in English, a paragraph in Māori, and so forth. And it builds on work that I've done, or it takes really work that I've done and builds on it from tekaholo.com. Over several years following that pattern, and thanks to the editor Paul Moon and others up there at the AUT for their editorial assistance. I know I'm probably, if anything, overpublished in tekaholo.com. I think I've got to be belonging for one of the big contributors to the journal, and I'm very happy about that. But just making a point that had it not been for them, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to actually present these articles in the book, because each time I've kind of worked up, as you do, to a deadline, and tried to get work written up, and so that's given me the kind of capital, I guess, or the store. Capital is a bad word. I've just been marking an essay on surplus value. We'll say store of material that has been useful. So that book's coming out, and it's also coming out courtesy of a different print system, so that's a big thing for us. And that will be something that will be there to see. Just talking about the other essays in the book, there's the essay on the foreshore and seabed, Whenua Mā Wailand by Water, and all of the legislation from 2004 on. There's the Kōwhiti writings, that's writings by me about two Kōwhiti gatherings, and there's one or two other essays as well. There's a decent glossary of terms at the end, which is necessary because there's so much Māori in it, as well as English. But for people who don't know Māori and are interested, they can go to the glossary. And a good bibliography as well, several bibliographies as the book proceeds. But that's it for From the Presses 7. I'm trying to concentrate on one book at a time. Yesterday I rambled a bit and went over this book and that book, and the purpose of yesterday's From the Presses number 6 was to actually give an idea of the spread of the presses that I'm talking about. And today we're tightening it up and looking at one thing and one thing alone. So thanks again to Shani, and thanks to all of the people who have been viewing this site. I think our subscription, our hit rate, has gone up pretty substantially in the last few days. Thanks again. Saw your picture on the wall, thought I heard you in the hall, and I put flowers in a long black jar. Now I'm wondering where we are, and I'm playing such a sad guitar. Oh, darling, talk to me. Talk to me about the way things used to be. But don't talk about setting me free. Thought I heard you in the driveway. Thought I felt you behind me. But there's only one person here. Now I'm playing such a sad guitar, and I'm wondering oh, darling, talk to me. Talk to me about the way things used to be. But don't talk about setting me free. So your picture on the wall, thought I heard you in the hall, and I put flowers in a long black jar.